Hello! Happy Friday, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Mystic Spirit Messages live stream. It's so lovely to see some of your faces already in the chat. Thank you for being here, and thank you because I changed the time for today and we're going to be finishing a little bit early too because I'm going to a pole dancing class tonight. So I'm putting my self-care first today. So thank you all for remembering the time change and yeah, just being here. And love you too, Angie. Sharing the love. And from next week, the live streams are going to be permanently changed to Wednesdays. So they're going to be every Wednesday at the same time as usual. So at 4:30 p.m. UK time. I'm so sorry. I can't tell you what time that is, Eastern or Pacific, because I know that the clocks have just changed for you guys. So I actually have no idea what time that will be. But same time as usual, no longer on Fridays, but it's going to be on Wednesdays. And I've already added those, the lives for the rest of the month onto my channel. So you can go and find those and you can get notified so that you don't forget. Yeah, I found that I was spreading myself across the week and it made more sense for me to get everything more compact so that then I can go and do fun things on Fridays like pole dancing. So lovely to see everyone. How's everyone doing? This has been a crazy week. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe this week. I felt like the powers that be or the dark forces have really been trying to infiltrate the masses this week with negativity, and the energy has felt incredibly dense this week collectively. I have just felt like I've wanted to hide in a cave and not talk to anyone and not leave the house. But I finally did go out and go for a walk today, which was nice, although it was very windy. It's I believe there's crazy weather across the world at the moment. There's lots of storms and things like that. But I always see this crazy weather as Mother Earth is cleansing us. She's cleansing the earth, helping to cleanse us. We have not this weekend coming. Next weekend is the spring equinox. So it is the true turning of the wheel into spring. And these times are always huge energetic portals. So they're often big times of change. And I know that a few people have been mentioning some dates in April where there's going to be real timeline shifting between authenticity and the real, plastic synthetic kind of timeline. So there's a lot happening at the moment. There's a lot happening, and we are all here. We are all in this together. And yesterday, I just felt so emotional. I just felt this heaviness and grief in my heart that was my own, but also was the collective. And I was like, do you know what? I do not have a busy day. I'm going to allow myself to surrender and cry and just eat loads of naughty food and just let it all out, let it loose. And tomorrow is a new day. So I recommend doing that sometimes, just surrendering, allowing the emotions to flow, and just knowing that, number one, we are all in this together. And number two, everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. We're entering into a great time of unknown, which our first reaction to unknown is scary and is fear. But how do we know, right? How do we know bad things are going to happen? I don't believe that. I always believe that there's hope. And I always believe that the lightness is going to win over the dark. Love conquers all at the end of the day. So, yeah, I'm just going to catch up on some of the comments. I've been rambling a bit. Pole dancing. Yeah, I wanted to take up a fun and feminine activity, and I didn't realize how much of a workout pole dancing was. It's a challenge, but it's really fun. Um, Harley says, I was just dancing in front of the mirror, and Angie mentions pole dancing. I love that. And Pegasus Jilly says the weather is crazy here in North Wales. Yeah, I bet. I'm in Oxfordshire, so I'm kind of on the west side of the country in line with Wales, and it's so windy here. And Emily says, I agree, the energy has felt dense this week. Yeah, everyone that I've spoken to has either felt like nauseous or dizzy or just like mentally overwhelmed this week or completely wiped out. It's been a crazy one. And Angie says, I dealt with a crazy psycho news therapist and sent him packing. And Rhonda says, I hate living in America right now. My inhaler went up 4 times in price this year due to Trump. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, everything's changing. Even like the cost of food in the UK is wild right now. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Changes happen. Do I have anything else that I wanted to announce? I feel like I did. Oh yeah, I think my 13-day meditation course is now live on my website, and that's totally free. And it is the same. Some of the meditations are the same as in the 28-day Embody Your Magic playlist on YouTube, but I've picked 13 that takes you through a very specific course, mind, through the body, through the emotions, and all the way into the heart. Added like an introspective journal to it, so when you do meditations you can answer some of these questions and actually like reflect back on the experiences. So and thank you, Ascending Universal Butterfly has just shared the link to that. Thank you so much. Totally free. You can check that out on my website. It's free to join for everyone. That's my gift to you. And also today, it is Friday the 13th, and I want to debunk the patriarchal myth about Friday the 13th, because there is this little myth that Friday the 13th is an unlucky day or an evil day, when in actuality, Friday the 13th is the day of the goddess. It is a day of worshipping the divine feminine. So Friday the 13th, blessings, everyone that is here. This is a magical and special day. So thank you all for being here with me on Friday the 13th. And if anyone is interested in understanding the debunking of Friday the 13th, I recommend looking up 13 moons and the truth behind the 13 moons. And you can also just look up like divine feminine or matriarchy to do with Friday the 13th. And there's lots of juicy information out there about that. Just gonna catch up on a couple of comments, and then I will go ahead and set up a safe space for us. Harley has attempted pole dancing. It's hard if you don't have much upper body strength, but people have stuck with it and achieved it. Pole dancing should be part of the Olympics. Yeah, that would be so cool. Because it's kind of like acrobatics, right? It's that same sort of strength. All right, I will go ahead and set up a safe space for us. Please do join me if you're in a space where you can. I invite you to place your hands over your heart, closing down our eyes, bringing some softness and stillness into extreme times of chaos and change and uncertainty. Inviting in that beautiful, soft, nurturing touch of the divine feminine on Friday, which is Venus Day, and Friday the 13th. Honoring all of the women who have come to earth and stood up for what they believe in and stood up for the light and the good of this earth and made an impact on this planet. Thank you. And deepening in our breath, let's breathe into our hearts, breathing in the light of this universe. Breathing out into the earth any heaviness that we may have picked up throughout the day or throughout the week, releasing it with love. Breathing in the light and the love of this universe into our hearts. Breathing out and releasing into the earth any low vibrations, anything that does not belong, anything that does not have our highest and best good in its interests. Breathing in the light, the love, and the truth of the universe into our hearts. Breathing out into the earth, fear, worry, doubt. Allowing all of that light to illuminate our heart centers now. Feeling, seeing, imagining, or knowing that there is a beautiful rose gold light emanating here in the center of our hearts, from which we're going to connect energetically into Source. Imagining that you are sending a channel of this beautiful love from your heart up through your throat, third eye, crown of the head, allowing this channel of energy from our hearts to keep lifting and weaving and raising up in vibrational frequency until this loving energy from our hearts connects in to the highest vibration of love, to the one true source of all that is, connecting heart to heart. Connecting soul to soul. And allowing our awareness to drop back down into our hearts. And if you choose, allowing the light and the love and the truth from source energy to flood every corner and every cell of your being with high vibration frequency, helping to protect, to clear, and to heal to our highest and best good from the inside out, creating an inner shield with source light. And now from this loving energy in our hearts, this rose gold energy, feeling, seeing, or knowing it to be true, we are going to send down a channel of this loving energy down into the earth, sending it down through our navel, sacral roots, sending it down, rooting and pressing into the earth, all the way down, flowing down through the many layers of the planet, until this channel of love energy from our hearts connects into the very core of the earth, Mother Gaia's crystalline core, her crystalline heart, keeping us rooted and grounded, safe and connected to the earthly planes. Following our awareness back up all the way into our hearts and allowing this crystalline energy from the earth to rise up up around our feet, and imagining this beautiful crystalline silver energy surrounding our body from toe to the tips of the fingers all the way up to our heads, creating this crystalline grid of earthly energy around our physical body like a second skin, creating a strong boundary of protection, healing and clearing that which is serving our highest and best good at this time. And giving us this channel so that we may choose to cleanse and release anything from within us that does not serve our highest and best good, lovingly and gratefully receiving it into Mother Earth. Releasing with every exhale. And now from the center of our hearts, expanding out this rose gold energy of love from our centers, sending it out in waves, 3 meters out from our hearts in every direction, in front, behind, above, below, either side, creating this rose gold force field of light around each of us, a spherical boundary or shield that has no gaps and no cracks. It is perfectly formed, like a bubble, surrounding us physically, energetically, mentally, emotionally, and on every dimension of our being. And we set the intention for our shields that only beings, energies, entities, and influences with our highest good, our love, our compassion, our healing, and the highest good and love and compassion of all can see us, access us, exist within the shields within us, or have any influence over us. And that all other beings, energies, and entities must leave immediately, returning to source, to the earth, or never returning here again. And inviting in who we choose, inviting in our spirit guides, our highest selves, inviting in the highest aspect of our souls, inviting in our guardian angels, any other guards, guardians, or guides who we choose to work with at this time, inviting in the highest vibration of source energy, and inviting in the crystalline energy of Mother Gaia. Asking to work in harmony for protection, guidance, healing, clearing, messages, intuition, and activation that will support our highest and best good at this time. And across dimensions and through time and space, I continue to send out waves of this energy from source, from my heart, and from the earth to create a protective shield of light around this Mystic Spirit Messages live stream. Protecting us now in real time, and also protecting the recording, the replay of this live stream. And once again, I set the intention that only beings, energies, and entities with my permission, highest good, love, compassion, and the highest good of all can see me, access me, exist within this space or within me, and that all other beings, energies, and entities must leave immediately. Speaking on behalf of myself, I invite into this safe space my spirit guides, my highest self, my guardian angels, Source and Gaia, and my guardian dragon for protection today. Setting the intent that all souls who participate here feel safe and loved and welcomed and taken care of. And that when I invite in a guide or someone's higher self, that they have permission to step into the protection of this space today. And may all messages, that are both given and received here in this space be in service of the highest and best good of all, and may be channeled from the energy of unconditional love and compassion. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And welcoming everyone to the space who is just joining. So just a reminder that if you have a request, please share it in capital letters. And if you can please try and just keep it to one message or one paragraph, that would make it so much easier for me. And just a reminder that you can ask for a message from your guides. You can ask for a reading. That can be a general reading or an oracle reading. I've got some cards here. You can ask for a general healing or clearing. But if you are under any idea that you may be under attack psychically or under the influence of a negative or dark energy, I would kindly ask you, first of all, to not share a request in this space, but also maybe leave the live stream and to seek one-to-one support, just so that we can lovingly protect the energy of the community. Thank you so much, everyone. And hello, John. Sending love from a cliff top by the sea. Oh, divine. I bet it's windy there, though. Even more windy than here. Right, let me have some water and I will find the next request. Windy but cozy. I love that. It's it was really windy when I went out for a walk this morning, and suddenly now it's really bright and sunny. So I'm hoping that means tomorrow it's going to be a beautiful sunny day. Excuse me. You're not boring me, I swear. It's just been one of those weeks. All right, let me find the first request. Okay. So the first request that I can see is from Angie. Angie Gutierrez 223. Angie, please let us know that you are still here, live in the chat. And Angie's request is, can you please ask my guides why I had a vision of tornadoes? Interesting. And Angie is here. Thank you for the emojis. John said, I feel you. It's been a week. It has been a week and a half, mate. It has been a week and a half. But what I say when it's like really intense energy, I'm like, well, the good thing is it can only get better from here. It can only get better. And that is why yesterday I just surrendered to allow myself to be a total emotional hurricane. I was like, if I just get all of it out today, tomorrow is going to be so much better. All right, and welcoming Blue Butterfly. We have another butterfly here. That's beautiful. And my Mystic Hearts logo is a blue butterfly as well. So lots of resonance. And you know what's really interesting? I was just, before this live stream, I was just watching an awesome podcast. And the speaker was talking about what it means when you see blue butterflies, like blue butterflies in person, and the mystic meaning behind that. And now there is a blue butterfly here. So that's beautiful. And that's really interesting. Now I'm like, what was I just talking about? Oh, I was talking about allowing ourselves to just be an emotional mess. So yes, more of that, more humanness. All right. Okay, so let me just go back and connect in with Angie's request once again. Can you please ask my guides why I had a vision of tornadoes? Okay. All right. Focusing in now on your request, Angie, about this vision that you had about tornadoes. I'm so sorry. And I'm just giving permission to one of your guides to step forwards to support me in receiving any messages or some level of understanding around this vision of tornadoes. And I'm just going to take a moment to connect in. And this is interesting, Angie, but I don't feel as though this is one of your guides who I've connected to before. This feels like very much like an elemental energy. When I invited a guide to step forwards, I instantly felt this very expansive energy that really just invited me to drop into stillness and into the present moment, almost the opposite of tornado energy. When we think of tornadoes, it's frantic and moving and changing and has the potential to be destructive and unpredictable. But your guide, their energy, and it's hard for me to express to you how I'm experiencing them because it's very much an energy, an expansive energy, so expansive. And this is why they feel very elemental to me, because they're not coming as a tangible, physical form. They're giving me, and this is really interesting to say, but they are giving me the energy of a calm wind. Of a calm wind. And something that your guide is sharing is that when we have visions, whether they be dreams, whether they be daydreams, whether they be intentional visions or some other kind of vision, they can't. I'm just trying to get what your guide is trying to. I don't want to get these words, the meaning of these words wrong. Because what this guide is trying to explain is that visions cannot always be translated directly into reality. Yes, oftentimes, some of us do have premonitions, we do have visions of possible future timelines, but they're not reliable in that sense. Often we can have visions of something that seems very real in a 3D sense, but is actually coming in to try and teach us or show us something completely different, something that can be a very internal energy rather than an external energy. And what I am being shown is this, a tightness in your heart. And your guide is saying a resistance to change. A tightness in the heart due to a resistance to change. Perhaps even fear of change, or fear around the uncertainty of change. And if we look at the medicine of a tornado and then the shadow of a tornado. So as I mentioned, the shadow of a tornado could be unpredictability, destruction, rage, fear. But the medicine of a tornado can be huge change, mass clearing, fast moving action, the ability to just shift instantly. It's powerful, very, very nature at a primal force. So your guide is asking you if you can perhaps expand your awareness of this vision to something that is beyond the literal of predicting a tornado, of what is this representing within yourself, and perhaps why and where in your life you may be feeling scared or resisting big changes in yourself internally. Because your guide is saying, we are, for some reason, we have been programmed to believe or to operate in the fear of change, when in actuality, the only thing that we can rely on in the whole universe is change. And it's funny now, I'm getting this vision of you, Angie, literally standing inside the eye of the tornado, and you're standing with your arms wide and your heart open, and it's almost just like you have fully surrendered into your unbridled nature, and you've just fully surrendered that, and you're like, I'm not going to be fear anymore. I'm actually going to stand in the middle of this shift and of this change, and I'm going to embrace it with strength, but also with surrender. Your guide is also, just as a last thing, there's something about leaning in more to the divine feminine. And that's more in a way of feeling and thinking, rather than just wanting to in a masculine, logical, action-driven way, trying to figure everything out and trying to make sense of everything. See how you can lean more into the softness of the unknown and the mystery and the magic of things unfolding. Okay, thank you. And just thanking your guide. I'm just going to ask them to step out of the safe space now. Thank you. And I hope that was helpful for you, Angie. Just have a sip of water. Ooh. Welcoming everyone who has just joined the live stream. So lovely to have you here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday the 13th. And Angie said, yes, I don't like change. And took a lot not to fear in this vision. Yeah, I could breathe so deeply. Yeah, that's amazing. There's definitely this sort of battle going on between the sort of the logical and the 3D and then the multidimensional part of you wanting to just like break free. And you said, how do you expand? Well, what I would say is, what I was doing, Angie, holding your hands on your heart and saying, like, I allow my heart to expand. I embrace the wholeness of me. And asking your heart, asking your higher self, and keep doing that. We are stepping into this time and space now where we are all individually, to some degree, going to really be called deeply within to ourselves. Yes, community and having the support of others is vitally important, but there is only so much truth and understanding of this reality that we can get from external sources that we cannot get unless we turn inwards into ourselves. Yeah. Yay, Friday the 13th. I love that we have reclaimed it for the magical day that it is. Okay, let me find the next request. And just those who are joining now, we are going to be finishing a bit early today as well. We'll be finishing in about 1 hour's time, just because I have to run to my pole dancing class. And yeah, just a reminder again that next week we are going to be moving to Wednesdays for the live stream. Okay. So the next request that I can see is from Pegasus Jilly 1. I hope I'm saying that right. Pegasus Jilly 1. Thank you for your request. If you're still here in the live stream, please can you let us know in the chat? That would be great. I think my makeup is melting. It's getting to that time of day. And Pegasus Jilly says, I'm here with a dragon. Yay! Okay, let's go. That was a very whispery dragon roar. I feel like a dragon who just like puffs out smoke today. Okay. Okay, so let me read your request. Hi, Chloe. I am feeling very stuck. Please, can you look at my life purpose / Akashic or even soul origin for info, please? Okay, for a healing and clearing if it's needed. Cool. Thank you so much for your request. Lovely to have you here in the live stream as well. Giving permission to one of your guides to step forwards to support me in any guidance, clearing, or healing that will support your request, Pegasus Jilly. And asking one of your guides to step forwards in a way, shape, form, or frequency that I am able to communicate with best at this time. And help me to connect in, to get a sign or a message or a feeling or a sensation in the body that is relevant to Pegasus Jilly's soul purpose or soul origin, or something that's going to help to bring some clarity on how best to move forward at this time. Just going to take a moment, connecting with your guide. So when I was connecting with your guide and asking for guidance with your request, I was instantly drawn to really a real strong sense of energy. It was like, at first I thought it was all the way down at the base of your spine, but it's a little bit higher up, so in your lower back, and it was like this pulsing energy, but it was moving in a downward motion. And I was like, that feels like a strange sensation that I'm not familiar with. And so I recognized it around the sacral chakra, and it's kind of at the back. And so what your guide is telling me is that, so at the back of the body and the back of the energy centers, we call that like the back doorway or the back gateway, and that is where we receive energy. So in the sacral chakra, the back gateway would be like the receiving of inspiration, the receiving of creative ideas, the receiving of passion, literally the receiving of being able to birth something and create it into life. And your guide is also showing me, and I just really couldn't understand this at first, I'm still trying to figure this out, but they're showing me, I just saw this, it was like a blade, and it was just turning really slowly. And so I asked them to zoom out a little bit, and I'm being shown a vision of a watermill. And there's this river flowing, and there's a water mill. So it's this small stone building. It looks old, very old, like perhaps pre-medieval times. So it's very old. And the mill, which normally flows through the water, has almost stilled to a complete stop because the river has stopped flowing. I'm just trying to ask what the connection is here. I'm being shown you, and I'm being shown that this is a memory from a past lifetime. And in this past lifetime, you're sitting in this chair and you're weaving, so you're creating these beautiful weaves and these beautiful tapestries. But there's something that's happened here in this lifetime that I can't access now, because it would take more permission to dive deeper into this. But there's something that's happened in this past lifetime that has caused like the water to stop. So it's almost like a block of the flow of creative energy, and this has manifested in your sacral chakra, and it's causing your creative energy to only kind of flow downwards, and this causes this like stuckness, almost like you have an anchor attached to you pulling you down, when we want all of our energy to be flowing up and flowing down and flowing up and flowing down in this constant harmonious flow. Ideally, there's work that we always have to do to to balance this. So your guide is suggesting that if you want to go deeper and really address what's going on in this past life, that could be something you could explore in another time. But your guide wants you to know that you are creative and you have the ability to weave beautiful and great things, and not just in the literal sense of weaving, but in the more magical sense of weaving and creating. There's something in you that wants to be created. So I can't do the specific and detailed past life healing now, but what I can do is just see if I can do a bit of a clearing of any emotional density around your sacral chakra, and see if I can get the energy moving a little bit more freely. So from that connection into the highest vibrational frequency of the one true source of all that is, I invite down a helix of golden light from source above the crown of your head, and I set the intention to bring this source light down through each of your energy centers and down the main channel of energy in your being, all the way down into your sacral chakra to help clear, cleanse, and harmonize the energy here, and safely remove any low vibration density that you're ready to release at this time and that serves your highest and best good. Breathing in the light into your sacral center. Releasing any low vibration attachments of emotions and memories that are holding you back emotionally, creatively, passionately. Releasing you lovingly and gratefully into Mother Earth. Thank you. And giving permission to and encouraging the energy from the base of your spine to the crown of your head to flow freely and gently in a way that you are ready to experience at this time, and that will help you in moving forwards in a deeper level of self-awareness and self-expression. And thank you so much to your guide for assisting me and for guiding me and for showing me that vision. And I now ask you to kindly step out of the space of the live stream. Thank you. And I hope that was helpful for you, Pegasus Jilly 1. Thank you so much for your request, and thank you for giving me permission to connect with your guide and do that reading for you. Welcoming everyone who is joining the live stream. Wow, Melissa from New Zealand. We literally have people in the live stream who are all over the world. This is really special. And Pegasus Jilly says, thank you so much. I'm very creative, but just can't get things off the ground. We'll try and explore further. Bless you. Amazing. Yeah, and I can really relate to that because I'm a very creative person. I love painting, drawing, writing, singing, songwriting. But there's been, oh my gosh, I've experienced so many blocks throughout my life, and I've found that doing the deeper layers of healing have been what have released those blocks, because we're really just getting into our heads, and it's like the mental programs that have been put in place because of trauma or traumatic experiences. So once we face those and we do that healing, it can often just open the floodgates, and we're like, this is what I love doing. I suddenly remember. And I've just seen Harley's message. I know it was directed at John, but I've just seen it, so I can answer that. You said, when the reader does a clearing for a sitter, as Chloe is doing right now, can this extend to someone watching now or later, or is it just for the individual? So what I would say is that on some level, everyone who is here in the live stream, has chosen to be here. So in some way, you're going to be feeling the benefits of the collective, as we're all here with intention of clearing and healing and being in this loving space. I would say that you would only receive someone else's clearing if you chose to. So remember, it's all about intention and boundaries. So if you consciously said, okay, Chloe's doing this clearing for someone else, but I want to receive that energy, you would be inviting that in. So remember, it's your free will choice. I hope that makes sense. So it's like yes and no. And John says, beautiful, yes. Facing fears, opening your heart, building feelings of safety, help me create music every day. Yeah, it's so true. And this podcast that I was watching before the live stream, it just reminded me of something that I always used to swear by, that I think I sort of forgot in the last year, because the last year was just such an initiation for me in itself. But it's like every year, at least once a year, it actually supports our growth if we do something that terrifies us, if we do something that really pushes ourselves beyond the boundaries of our comfort zone. It can be really supportive. Let me find the next request in the live stream. The next one is from Harley J123. Harley J123, let us know that you're here and you still wish to receive your request. And Pegasus Jilly says, would you recommend a past life regression from what you saw? Yeah, I definitely would, because your request was about a block, and especially a creative block, and it was showing that there was a past life there that wants to be remembered, felt, acknowledged, and healed in order to help you move forwards. I'll drop the link to my website if it's going to let me. Hold on, here we go. If you want to check out, I do a couple of services that would help. I've lost the live stream now. That's my most popular offering that I do, which is a past life regression. But yeah, I would definitely recommend that if you feel like you're ready to just dive deep. Okay, so Angie said, I could dream about pole dancing, but getting my butt off the floor would be a miracle. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, so let me find your request once again, Harley. Okay, so Harley's request is, Chloe, do my guides say there will be means for my own car and house in the near future, in my near future, car and a house in my near future? If so, where in the US would the home be located? Or do they have something else to say? Thank you. And then you've done the money bag, car, house, lots of houses, hearts, books, movie, fairy, sparkly heart emoji. I love that. Okay, let me have a look. Giving permission for one of your guides to step forwards, Harley. Whichever guide wishes to support in giving some guidance on Harley's intention for if she will have the resources to get a car and a new home, perhaps a location, or any other relevant messages that you have for her at this time. Please can you present yourself in a way that is easy and clear for me to receive and communicate with. Oh, this is so beautiful. As soon as I was speaking your intention out loud, Harley, I saw a dolphin. I absolutely love dolphins, so it was really beautiful to have this energy. I automatically feel at peace in the energy of your guide. Very calming and soothing, but also there's an essence of playfulness too, which feels really nice. There's a real subtle, playful energy. And your guide is showing me this little flame in your heart. Not saying that the fire in your heart is small, but they're showing me this little flame. And your guide is saying that your true heart's desires, so your true heart's desire, and this is the true heart's desire beyond cultural and societal conditioning of what we think we should have or what we think we want. Our true heart's desire is what that pure version of our heart and our soul really wishes for. And as I'm saying this, it's just filling me up with this warm and fuzzy energy inside. Your guide is showing me this, and they're saying, if you can hone in on this, Harley, hone in on this. What is that true heart's desire? And if that aligns with having a car and having a new home, then you can absolutely experience and receive that. For example, if your true heart's desire is to have freedom to travel, then a car could certainly align with that. Or if it's to have a certain energy or space in your home that aligns with moving, then yes. But your guide is saying, in order to manifest this, you need to disconnect from the finances of it and disconnect from the time frame of it and focus in with like laser sharp focus on that flame of desire in your heart. And what does it feel like when you have laser focus in on that? And you have this freedom to travel and to move as you please. And you have this feeling of refreshed energy of a new space and this new start. When you focus on that juicy energy and you say, yes, that is what I want, and I am open to receiving the reality of that happening through multiple pathways to be laid out in front of me, it will absolutely happen. Your guide is saying, just expect the unexpected and be open to the possibility of all different kind of ways that you can get money, and don't be afraid to ask for help and support. I'm just going to ask if there is any idea about location. I am seeing a coastline. So I'm seeing a coastline, but then when I like zoom into the vision, I'm also seeing grass and nature. Your guide is not giving me a name of a place. But they are very much giving the feeling and the sensation that of somewhere that is not in a city, that is like beautiful and blue and green and open and spacious. They're guiding me to pull a couple of cards for you as well. So I'm just going to continue with that. Please, can I have a couple of cards that's going to help to support this reading for Harley about this moment of change and expansion? Please, can you give messages of clear guidance or healing, maybe support, or just messages that are going to serve her highest and best good at this time? Okay, thank you. You're going to laugh at these cards. Okay. I'm just going to see if one more wants to come through for you. This is more of a healing card. Calling upon the angels. Please, can we have some guidance for Harley to help her on this journey? And okay, so and you're never going to guess what is here as well in these cards. So the first card, and these two cards jumped out as a pair. First one, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? That is that flame. It is that little flame inside your heart. And look, there's water here. There's water, there's that coastline energy. There's also lots of mountain energy that's coming through in both of these cards. And okay, so the second card, and this is a beautiful pairing. So it says, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And then the second one says, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. Keep following that flame of your heart. Ah, love it, love it, love it, love it. And look at these, how beautifully these two cards go together. They almost look like they fit together. And what I love is it's like you are here looking already out into the future, and you can see yourself because you know what that is, what that true desire of your heart is, and you can already see it, and you're already doing everything to move there. So just disconnect from the time and disconnect from the wanting for the finances around it, and just keep focusing forwards. I love that. And then the angel came through is that you are being guided at this time, and your healing guardian angel is with you, supporting your healing work. So you are guided, you are protected, and you are supported. Beautiful, really magical reading. Yeah, the things that stand out for me is the water. Also the mountains, and some guidance that's coming through with the mountains is it is going to feel like some kind of journey, like a mountain that you have to climb. So there is going to be a sensation of an initiation to go through in order to move forward, and it's a part of your journey and your healing process. Amazing. Okay, let me just reset the cards. I'm just going to catch up on some of the comments. just just reading the comments. Loving all the lols about pole dancing. When I feel confident enough, I will share a video of my newfound skills, but I am still like below beginner level at the moment. So Harley says, Chloe, I only shared this with one person not long ago. I was doing the dishes and looked out the kitchen window, and in the window across the way I saw a 3-pointed flame. Wow, that's so cool. And that is like that that triangle energy of like pointing you forwards. That's really magical. And then, oh my God, Chloe, I understand. They do flow into each other. Thank you. Yay. Wow, Chloe. Thank you, with lots of hearts. I'm so pleased that you enjoyed that reading, Harley. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect. Sometimes I get a bit discombobulated with like talking to your guides and then to the cards and then in the chat. I'm just going to ask permission for your just say thank you to your guide and ask them to step outside now of the safe space of the session. Thank you. My family is on the coast, so I would always have to come back and visit, and you described where I would love to be. That's amazing. Oh, I love that. I could really see clearly a coast, like the coastline. And John says, yay, excited for that video, Chloe. I'll write a song for your video. Yay. I was thinking about when I do like a pole dancing video, there's this song that I really like at the moment. It's called how does it say? It's like if God is a woman, then God is a weapon or something. It sounds way darker than it is. It's a really cool song. But I really want to do a pole dancing video to that. And Tanya says, Chloe is fantastical with an elf and a flame and a heart. Thank you so much. We are all fantastical because we are all fantastic and magical. John says, oh my God, I love that song. Yay. Oh my God, literally it's like the song that I've got on repeat at the moment. It's so badass. All right, let me find the next request. I just have to scan through the comments to find it. I think the next request is Rachel H M6V. Please let us know if you are here, Rachel, and if you would still like a reading. Rachel is here. Perfect. So Rachel is here, and I will just double check your request, but I believe that you said, oh yeah, yes, please, may I have a reading? Nice and short and sweet. So I will connect in with your guides first of all and see if they want to give any messages or if they want to connect through the cards. Welcoming in one of your spirit guides, Rachel, the guide that wishes to support with a reading for you today. Please can you connect in a way that I can communicate with the best at this time. And first of all, just asking if you have any messages or guidance that I can share with Rachel at this time that is in service of her highest and best good. So your guide was showing me this really intense throbbing on your third eye, so right in the center of your brow point. And I was seeing like stars and sparkles, but this intense pulsing, almost like a heartbeat, but it was slowing down. And your guide is saying to me that you are going to be, if you are open to it, if you are open to ready to receive, you will be going through a big third eye activation, or if you don't like that word, expansion. And now this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to suddenly receive loads of visions. What this means is that inner sense of knowing and all of your multi-sensory experiences of the world are going to be turned on and expanded. So your connection to your intuition, your connection to your body wisdom, your psychic senses, you're going to be going through an activation of this if you choose to receive it. And your guide is just sharing that this could mean that you get quite a tense feeling in your head at times. It can feel overwhelming, but know that if you do feel this here in your brow point, something that you can do is just like this real gentle tapping and just say, thank you, I'm ready to receive. Or you can just say, thank you, can we have a pause for today or for a few hours, just reminding you that you're in charge. Or you can say, thank you, I would really like to open myself up to telepathy or foresight, or I would like to open myself up to inner vision, remembering that you are in charge through your words of intention. Okay, and I'm going to come to the cards and ask for some more details on that. So please, can you give some more detailed information or advice, messages, guidance, clearing or healing that is going to support Rachel's highest and best good at this time in relation to this message from her guide? Okay, thank you. And are there any more cards that want to come through from this deck? Guidance, healing, clearing, messages, or perhaps even activation? And if not this deck, please guide me towards the next deck. Okay, thank you. So calling upon the Oracle of the Witch, please can we have a card for Rachel that is going to help support the activation and integration of her superpowers? And just one card from this deck, please. With crystal clear guidance. Thank you. Okay, we're getting some clear messages coming through here. Finally coming to the angels. Is there a specific message around healing that's going to help support this activation at this time for Rachel's highest and best good? Thank you. Okay, wow. So what's really interesting about this is, so the first card that came from the deck and from the reading is this card, which is birthing a new age, birthing new creations, and dreaming a new world into being. So I feel that there is a clue there in the dreaming. So this third eye awakening that's opening up for you is going to specifically for you be very potent and powerful in the dream space. So birthing a new age. So before you sleep, setting that intention to travel to spaces perhaps where you can learn, you can heal, you can clear how best to serve humanity, the universe, the earth in the birthing of a new age. And what I found interesting is all of the circles here. You know, you've got this energetic protection, but you're also really opening up to receive all of this magical energy. And it was like these stars that I saw when I connected into your guide. So it's kind of bridging down this cosmic wisdom with the earthly and ancient energy, which is represented by the rocks. But I also see these as like a really strong boundary of protection. And that was confirmed by this second card, which is from the Witch Oracle. And I asked for a specific practice of how best to support you unlocking your superpowers. And it says boundaries, energetic boundaries. So that's this one. Boundaries and protection. I think somewhere in the conversation of the live stream earlier, we were talking about the importance of creating safety for yourself in order for you to feel like safe to flourish and to expand. So you've got that like a double message of that, the importance of boundaries and creating protection around yourself. And again, with birthing the new age, that physical sense of protection and boundaries is so important. But yeah, dreaming in your dream state, there's something, a big message coming through there for you. And then the message from your angels, this is a pretty straight to the point message. Clear yourself. Ask your angels, but also you can do this consciously as well, to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. Whenever we're going through any kind of activation or expansion of energy, it can really amplify what is stuck and stagnant within us. So doing regular clearings, movement, getting outside and shifting can actually really help to support this activation and expansion within ourselves. So boundaries, protecting and clearing yourself are really going to help to support you with opening up your sense of intuition and your senses and your psychic gifts and abilities, especially in the dream realms at this time. You may or may not resonate with dream journaling. It's something that I have done and experienced before in the past and had quite an amazing experience with it. So if that resonates with you, it could be something that you explore. So what you do is, as soon as you wake up in the morning, write down anything you can remember from your dream, however small or big, write it down. And the more you do it, the more in detail you can go. And then you can literally start weaving your dreams, because you can start seeing a pattern of where you're going in your dreams, and then choose through spoken word and intention where you want to travel to or how you want to change your dreams. So I hope that was helpful for you, Rachel. I'm just going to reset the energy of the cards here today. And let me just see. Oh my goodness, it is that time already. It is pole dancing time. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to call it a day for today. Thank you so much, everyone who joined early at the earlier time. And yeah, I appreciate your patience and your kindness and your love and support with the slightly shorter live stream today. But from next week, we're going to be moving to Wednesdays, but we'll be back to the full 2 hours. And it starts back at the old same time of 4:30 p.m. UK time. Not sure what time that is. I think it's 12:30 Eastern, but I might be wrong. So check your time zones before joining. And yeah, Rachel, I hope that reading was supportive for you. And Angie says, I really don't remember dreams. When I have visions, there is no dream. I just step into it. Everyone's different, right? Everyone's different. We all, in each lifetime, we all experience different ways of psychic expression. And Angie says telepathy is such a different kind of potential gift. I did it one time. I was panicked and yelled at my ex in my mind, and he heard me loud and clear. I actually believe that everyone can tap into telepathy. It's more, I would say telepathy is more of a skill than a superpower. And the more that we practice it, and the more that we believe in it and feel it in every fiber of our being, the more that it can be tangibly felt energetically. So just empowering you with that. And Rachel says, wow, I love this. How exciting. I've been tuning within and feeling power. Thank you so much, Chloe and Spirit. Oh, yay. That's amazing. Okay, I'm just going to say thank you to your guide, Rachel, and just ask them to step out of the space of the session now. And thank you for allowing me to do that request for you and connecting into your guide. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Oh my goodness, I just looked at the how many likes and how many people were in the live stream, and it was 13 on Friday the 13th. Love it. Absolutely love it. Divine feminine energy, just what we need after a crazy and dense week. Let's just allow that divine feminine energy to wash and flow through us, reminding us to be soft and to be kind, loving, caring, compassionate, sexy, all the good stuff. Oh, it was just so wonderful to see you and feel your energy once again in this space. I always look forward to these live streams, so I have a huge amount of love and gratitude for everyone who shows up in these spaces, and just giving your gift of presence and giving the gift of your presence to the community as well is just so magical and so precious. So thank you. I hope you all have a fantastical weekend. Yeah, sending you all so much love, and sorry I didn't get through to all of the requests today. I'm putting myself first, which you should all do too. And I just really want to take this moment to thank all of our guides, all of my guides, higher self, source, Gaia, guardian angels, and all beings who came in here to assist this live stream today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of the elements. Thank you to all the magic of this earth and of this universe and beyond. Thank you. I am forever grateful and humbled by your presence, and so grateful and humbled by this human experience, and so grateful that we get to connect together from all corners of the earth. How magical is that? And I just want to ask all guides, beings, source, Gaia, angels, everyone to step outside of the space, the safe space of the live stream today, so that I can remove it safely to source, along with it any cords or attachments or unwanted energy that no longer serve our highest and best good, returning to source, or for them to never return here again. Feel free to keep your individual protective bubble around you for as long as you choose. And may your weekend be filled with love and peace and kindness. And may your integration be powerful, but also blissful and graceful. Whatever it is that your heart and soul desires, may it blossom and bloom in the most magical and unexpected ways. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I can't wait to see you all next week. Lots of love.